Hey Virgos, welcome back to my channel. Guys, if you are new here, welcome. And if you are returning, thanks so much for supporting the channel. I'm going to go ahead and do a general message. Let's see what the energy is like. Now, this is a general message, so it may not resonate with everyone. Just take what resonates for you, Virgos, and leave the rest. Anybody interested in a personal reading, my information is always down below. Thank you to those who do reach out for those, and thank you to those who donate to the channel, and to those of you who do subscribe. It's very much appreciated. So I do hope that everybody is doing well, okay? But Spirit, what do we have here today for my Virgos? Now, for those of you that are thinking about a personal reading, do check out the community board, okay? Because I am thinking about putting up a special for this weekend. But Spirit, what do we have for my Virgos? Sun, Moon, Rising, North Node, and Venus. What's the strongest energy here, Spirit? Give me a card for now and a card for going forward. What is it that Virgo needs to know? Okay. And going forward? Bottom of the deck, you have If You Believe. So your first card coming out here, it does say remain positive here, Virgos. So it does say the angels are asking you to keep an optimistic attitude. There is a very positive momentum beginning to build towards the creation of your desires. It says you're speeding your dreams along by maintaining a cheerful and confident demeanor. So that energy where it's Spirit is saying, hey, listen, you staying in a high vibrational energy no matter what's going on around you, right? It's making your manifestations come in even faster. And some of you, you may be like, well, I don't see anything happening. And sometimes that's where people kind of drop off. When they go, well, I don't see anything happening. It's not happening quick enough for me. So do you know what? Maybe I'm just going to give up, or I'm not going to do it, or I'm going to do something else. I feel like this, for some of you, there may be like a test of faith here. It says, it may seem as though your plans are taking a long time to manifest, but very soon you will see a change. It says, don't allow yourself to lose hope when your dreams are so close to coming true. And then going forward, we do have take action. So the take action says, the time has come to take action. Your angels are waiting for you to take the next step so that they can assist you along your path to your dreams. It says, do away with procrastination and uncertainty. In your heart, you know what to do. It says, get going. It says, whether you're focused upon career, relationship, or some other topic, the fulfillment of your wishes isn't going to just fall in your lap. You must be actively focused on the pursuit of what you want. Right? So that's like that energy of tunnel vision. Going back to the energy of what you put in is what you're going to get out. But again, sometimes it happens when Spirit says it needs to happen for you, not necessarily when you want it to. And that's where, sometimes people can get irritated. Because, people have this energy where they're just like, I want it and I want it now kind of a thing. But it's like trusting in Spirit to know what it is that they are doing, and trusting in Spirit that what they are doing is for your best interest. So let me find If You Believe. So if you believe, it says, what you need right now is faith. It says you can have what you desire, but you must believe it. It says stay positive and visualize the outcome you're hoping for. Set aside all negativity or pessimism in favor of a sunny outlook. The law of attraction brings to us what we expect to receive. If our perception is that we deserve great things, then we will attract happiness. If we fall into doubt and don't believe in our own self-worth, then our experiences will match that energy. Believe in yourself and your cherished dreams. So let's see what this remain positive is about. Why is this energy here for Virgos? It's almost like I'm looking at this. I don't know, she look like she's got like a bunch of flowers in her hand. It's like almost like Spirit saying, hey, listen, just remain positive. You are going to get your flowers, right? We are going to reward you. What is remain positive? Energy for Virgo. Yeah, exactly. But it is coming out sideways, okay? And you know that any card that comes out sideways for me is a blockage, right? Or it can just talk about, hey, listen, it's not quite here yet. It's the Nine of Cups. And it says your wish comes true. It says concerns fade away. It says a love of a life. So again, you know, depending on what area you're asking about or worried about here, right? Could be career, could be love. I just heard something about a baby. So I don't know if someone here is wanting a child with a certain person, okay? You also have the Five of Cups coming out though. Now, the Five of Cups talks about things not turning out maybe the way you'd hoped, right? It can talk about an energy of somebody maybe crying over spilt milk, right? Focusing or reminiscing on things that you cannot change. I always revert back to that energy where I say to people, okay, you know, you know, forgive me if it comes across a little bit heartless. It's just the way I do things, I think, right? If something didn't go out, something didn't turn out the way you wanted it to, right? And yeah, maybe it was upsetting and maybe it was painful and maybe it was this. It was all these things. But there's a point where you have to kind of sit with yourself and say, okay, well, why didn't this work out? Right? You may have really wanted it, but was it for your best interest? Was it serving your higher good? Five of Cups talks about not seeing the positive in a situation, right? So it brings me again back to that energy where someone here can sit in a situation and they can kind of say to themselves, okay, do you know what? I can either see the glass as half empty or half full. Life is about choices. Show me more. There's a lot of blue here as well. What is remain positive? So you have the Page of Earth, okay. And then we have the Moon. And the Nine of Swords at the bottom of the deck. Now, the good thing here with the Nine of Cups is the Page of Earth, right? Which is the Page of Pentacles. And it talks about good news about financial matters. It talks about maybe you are wanting to do something more with your life here, right? The Page of Earth can talk about studying or, again, you know, planting those seeds towards what you want your future to look like. The Page of Pentacles can talk about manifestation. Now, it may be for some of you very, you know, maybe a little bit of a struggle to kind of get on this new path, especially if there's been some sort of disappointment here, right? Or especially if you have some sort of fear embedded in you because of things from the past. Anxiety. Trust issues. There's a new opportunity here for someone. Now, the Moon does say important in psychic. I don't know. Maybe it's Mercury retrograde. Important psychic insights. I'm trying to say two words together. Like I just want to see the rush. It's like, just, let me read it kind of a thing, right? But it's like important psychic insights. It says events behind the scenes. It says release fear that holds you back. So events behind the scenes is that energy where Spirit says, hey, listen, just because you can't see us taking action on your behalf doesn't mean that we are not. So what is this take action? This Moon card is a number 18, which could be significant, or 81. Someone could be born in 81. I'm hearing someone could live at number 81. But it boils down to a number 9, okay? And that is the wounded warrior. So the wounded warrior, it is, yes, someone here has been through a difficult time. It's been painful. Like I said, it's been hurtful. It's been sad. There's been tears. There's been anger. There's been disappointment. The Spirit's trying to bring you somewhere else now. And it's also like the reward also comes in because you didn't give up. Because you chose to stand back up and find that inner strength and push forward. Seven of water. Show me about this take action. What is take action, Spirit? The Emperor. It's about taking charge. It says organization and logic. It says structure and discipline. It says leadership. Boundaries. Some of you may not be here yet, whether you are male or female. But it's almost like this energy where I have a saying where, do you know what? Some of you may need to be in this energy where you have to teach people how to treat you. Some of you need to start letting people walk all over you or take your kindness for weakness here. I'm not saying it's everyone. But the Emperor is a boss. The Emperor is someone who builds empires. Show me more about this Emperor energy. What is take action? The Knight of Air. This is like seizing opportunities here. This is also, once someone does this, it talks about how things kind of, events that occur at a great speed. It says take time to carefully review your options. It says creative solutions. So I don't know if that's what the Seven of Cups that came out earlier was about, where maybe someone here has options or they're just confused about which direction to go in. Spirit says it's okay to sit with yourself, right? It's okay to sit with yourself, have a conversation with yourself, with them, about what it is that you can't just keep going forward with no plan. Because it's almost that energy where maybe nothing will change for you, right? It'd be like an energy of almost like Groundhog Day if you don't know what you're aiming towards. What was this? The Knight of Fire, being fearless. Again, 2 cards, right? They're both knights. But it's 2 cards of almost like charging in. 2 cards of action. Now, for some of you, there may be a certain situation that is more maybe immediate than another one. Right? And for others of you, some of you, the Knight of Aries for you, where Spirit says, okay, make a plan and then go full speed ahead. For others of you, Spirit says, hey, there's something more urgent here. It requires action now, now, now. But give me one. Oh, it could have maybe something to do with walking away from something with the 8 of Cups energy. Especially if you're staying in situations that don't emotionally fulfill you. Or you feel like you've outgrown it. Because this talks about spiritual and emotional growth. Someone who has some sort of desire to, they have a desire for more. The 8 of Cups is on its way. Oh, thank you, Spirit. She's slow today, right? The 8 of Cups is on its way to the 9 of Cups. And we have the 9 of Cups over here with the Page of Pentacles. And the Page of Pentacles can talk about making practical decisions. So it looks like everything here is boiling down to choices, right? What's this Emperor? The Queen of Air. Okay. Now, the Queen of Air is someone who is very honest, very truthful, very direct. She's very clear. Queen of Air is also someone who is very independent, very realistic, right? It says objective decision making. Have we not just been talking about choices? It says objective decision making. It says clearing away all that no longer serves you. It says seeing the humor in a situation. So you see that energy of that with the Five of Cups, of turn that frown upside down. Know that whatever didn't work out for you, it wasn't meant to. I always like to result back to the energy where I said to people, well, I may have said it earlier, but what lesson did you need to learn from that situation? Going forward, what should you pay attention to more closely next time? Do you now know how to identify red flags? Can you now recognize the caution warnings that Spirit may be sending you? Whatever it is, whatever happened here was to make you come out and make you more wiser. I'm hearing the word alert. Show me more. What is this? The Star card. The Star card talks about happy times. It says make positive, optimistic, long-term plans. It says you're on the right path. Now, the Star card is also an energy of healing. But it's also an energy of hope and faith. And it talks about moving forward. Because it's a number 17. Or 71 could be significant. But it boils down to an 8. An 8 of Wands, right? It talks about moving forward so that things can gain momentum. Now, I just saw the 4 of Wands in the reverse just fell in my lap, right? So I don't know if there's something here about a breakdown of a marriage relationship. I don't know if this is something to do with a home situation. You've got the 5 of Earth coming out. Some of you are allowing the fear of money to hold you back, right? It says fears surrounding money. It says the wisdom to accept help from others. And maybe someone here would like to speak to a Queen of Swords energy. Someone who seems like they know, well, I don't want to say seems like, but someone who has got their ish together. And when I say got their ish together, I'm talking about in their mind space, right? Someone who could maybe give you some sort of advice. So if you feel like you need that, Virgos, don't be afraid to ask. If you feel like you have somebody around you that is a good support network, or someone who wouldn't be biased in the advice that they give you. It says the wisdom to accept help from others. It says uncertain self-employment. So is this why it's sitting underneath the Emperor? For some of you that already own your own businesses and things like that, is it not going so well? Are you on that verge where you want to give up? Oh, I've had enough of this. It's not going the way I want it to. It's not producing the money I want it to. Could be a test of faith. What's the Queen of Air? The 8 of Air. This would make the 9 of Swords, though. And the 9 of Swords talks about anxiety, worry, stress, sleepless nights. Someone here, I don't know if someone here is overthinking. But the 8 of Air says an illusion of being trapped. It says a lack of self-confidence. It says afraid to take action. Show me more about this 8 of Air. Why is it here underneath the Queen of Swords? The Knight of Water. All right, tell me more. The 4 of Wands came out for fire, and then you have the 4 of Air. So 44 could be significant here. The number 8 could be significant here. Why the 4 of Air? Because this could, to me, can talk about someone who may be suffering in silence. Again, this energy of maybe someone who's not sleeping very well. I'm hearing dreams. Oh, it's a song. I thought I was just hearing the word dreams. But then they came straight in and started singing. Is that Beyonce, I Can Be a Sweet Dream or a Beautiful Nightmare? Either way, Does she say either way, I don't want to wake up with you, or I want to wake up with you? Because the Knight of Cups, water, it talks about somebody falling in love. It can also talk about maybe a relationship or something like that moving to the next level here, because it talks about wedding proposals. But it does also talk about the need for someone to kind of balance out their emotions. What do you feel? You know? So I don't know if that's why they gave that song. Or maybe someone here keeps changing their mind about something. 1 minute it seems really good. And then 1 minute it seems like a nightmare. 1 minute I'm going to take the action. And then hold on a minute, let me pull back a little bit. Someone here may want to invite somebody somewhere, or just reach out and communicate with them. Because you have the 4 of air, okay? So that would kind of match with the energy of a wedding proposal here. But it says contentment, it says peace, it says abundance, it says a happy home life, a successful completion of a project. And for others of you, I've always said I feel like people do the best in work right now. Again, everybody can't just do what it is that they love. Some people just have to work where they have to work to survive, and I understand that. But behind the scenes, you could be making these little plans to, you know, set up your own business. Who knows where it will lead you? But you will never know if you don't take any form of action towards it. Some of you, maybe you want to start working from home or doing something from home here. And then you have this 4 of air, and it says take time to rest or take a vacation. It says allow more time before making a decision. It says meditation may provide answers. Okay. So like I said, you know, where we had those 2 nights come out, right? Where I said some of you, it's like maybe you need to think about, you know, what you want your future to look like, then take the action, right? And then we had the Knight of Wands where I was saying, hey, look, for some of you, it's like you got to take that action like right now. This could have something to do with a couple as well. I feel like someone here sees themselves very much balanced with another person, or like, do you know what I mean? It's like, how can I, give me a yin to the yang. Bun to cheese. I remember when I was growing up and I used to say, you two are like Batty and Bench. But I feel like that if it's about relationship, I see someone afraid as hell to reach out to another person. So, what is this if you believe? Just give me 3 cards for that. Am I taking that? Okay, now we just wanted to show you. 3 of Cups. It says a celebration, a wedding. It says graduation. It says a birth announcement. It says the need to have more fun. What is if you believe, Spirit? Just 3 cards. Okay, we just saw that at the bottom of the deck. Well, I did anyway. It says awakening. It says look at things from a different perspective. It says a temporary standstill. It says important to be yourself. It's a number 12, could be significant, or 21, but it does boil down to a 3. And we did just see that 3 of Cups, right? Look at things from a different perspective. Stop focusing on the negative stuff. Two more. Thank you. So you have the 7 of air. Stop focusing on the negative stuff. Because you have it right here behind it. You have justice. So 7 of air, it says plans that need revision. It says more going on that meets the eye. It says poor timing. I mean, okay. I mean, someone could see things like that. Oh, it's just never the right time, right? Okay. If that's what you believe. Prioritize. Balance things out, right? Balance is very important. Oh no, but I need to work. Okay. Spirit will find a way to show you that balance is needed. Right? Because it's like that energy of, let me just give a quick example, right? You're a workaholic. Oh, I need to work because I need to do this. I need to pay bills. I need to make sure that I'm always good, right? I can never get down here. No. I need to always be up here if I see in Phoenix. So for me to be always up here, I got to work every hour that God sends. Okay. Well, watch God put a block on your work. You have justice. Number 8. It says fair and just decisions. It says do what you know is right. It says stand up for your beliefs. And I feel like that is just going back to those that may be afraid. I don't know what you're afraid of. Like I said, I don't know if this is about maybe other people's opinions or things like that. Or if someone here could be afraid of like rejection, or someone's just afraid of the unknown. Fear. It's like your intuition for some of you is telling you which way you need to go. All right, Archangel Michael, give me some cards to end out this reading for my Virgos. Seven of Cups wanting to jump out of the deck. Then you got this changes coming, which is a number 7 that is wanting to jump out the deck. So like I said, 7 sometimes to me can talk about warnings. I don't know if Spirit's been sending you some sort of warnings. I don't know if you've been hearing like the same kind of message in different tarot readings. Whichever way God needs to get the message to you, he's going to get it to you. I'm trying to help you. That's all he's trying to do. She's trying to do. All right. How do you want to end out this reading for Virgo? Be honest with yourself. But give me a clear message. 3 cards. Be honest with yourself. No, it came out. So it's a number 5, okay? And 5s do talk about change. But it says, be honest with yourself. It says, all your feelings, even the difficult ones, have a message for you. It says, accept your truth and then let Source take it from there. Give me 2 more cards. You have a number 26 or 62, boils down to an 8. It says, recognize the signs from above. It says, the angels are sending you messages now, but you're too distracted to notice. It says, stay alert and open to divine guidance. I keep seeing this at the bottom of the deck, okay? So it does say, don't settle for less. It says, you are a child of the divine. It says, and you deserve to have your dreams come true. It says, don't give up. And I'm just looking at this woman, right? You see her face as she's opening that chest. And even though flying out of the chest, it looks like it's full of butterflies. Which that's okay. It talks about change and transformation. Okay? But you see her face? Do you see how excited she is? It's like I don't know, speechless. It's like, OMG. Some of you don't even know what the future has in store for you. One more. Yeah, the angels of healing are with you. Number 2. It says a time of healing is about to bless your life. It says, accept Archangel Raphael's emerald green light while I enhance your strength. And you see the heart in the background? Like trying to mend someone's heart space. So, number 32 could be significant, or 23, but it does boil down to a 5, like be honest with yourself, okay? Some of you ain't being honest with yourselves about where you are. So again, going back to whether that's relationships that you are in, right? Whether that's your living situations, whether that's your jobs, but yet settling. So it says the way forward is open. And it's funny how they've done it like a map, right? It says you're not trapped. It says possibilities and opportunities abound. It says I will guide you to personal and spiritual freedom. Spirit says you're here. And they're trying to lead you all the way up to this big word that says joy. But it requires action. So Virgos, I'm going to leave that there. I do hope that something has resonated with you. If it has, I do ask that you hit the thumbs up for me. Subscribe to the channel. Hit that notification bell so you know when I upload. Don't forget to check out the community board if you are interested in a discounted price private reading. But Virgos, if this is where we part, guys, stay safe. Love and light, Virgo.